I'm just going to sit here and shake my head for a second. See, I was excited about this interview. You guys know where you are. Expert Talk with me, the 9 at 9 this morning with Tigo. And, I'm always excited to do these every Tuesday and Thursday morning. Yeah, let's go. And then I had my brother come on here. And I thought, he's originally from Chicago. I'm originally from Chicago. We're going to talk about, real estate and investments and urban community and the whole thing. This is going to be awesome. And we'll talk a little bit about preseason, the Bears. This man said Minnesota. I almost canceled the show. Darius Ross, are you out there? And he's frozen. See what I mean? And he's frozen. Here he comes. Here he comes. There he is. See? You got frozen because you talked about Minnesota. See what happened? You got frozen because you talked about Dallas. You talked about San Francisco. Dude, I know you're in New York, but you're from Chicago.
Yes.
What's up with that?
It's not refrigerator. It's not Peyton.
Oh, come on now. Come on now. And all my Julian family out there, he's also from the wrong high school. I'm sorry, Julian. I didn't, read his resume. I should have read it a little bit closer. Tell these people what high school you went to on the South Side so I can shake my head some more.
Quickly Prep South.
Ooh, I'm going to get hate mail today. But we're going to get past that, brother, because, we got to come together and talk about this. Let's talk about, of course, they say the pandemic is over as the numbers are going up and up and up and up and up. How has the pandemic truly affected urban investments, urban communities, real estate purchases? Talk to me.
On the investment side of things, you have a situation where you have a huge market that now is outstanding. And you have owners, particularly speaking, real estate owners that now are saying to themselves, effectively speaking, they can't pay their mortgages, they can't maintain taxes, they can't maintain insurance. And in addition to that, you have a huge crime situation that's going on. So right now, there are folks that are sitting on the sidelines of what we call dry powder. There's approximately $90 trillion of dry powder that's sitting on the sideline from institutional investors. The small guys.
Oh, no, he froze.
No, we're still good.
Okay, I heard the small guys and then you froze, sir.
They don't have the ability as far in the power that the Blackstone and BlackRocks do, because now those groups have $90 trillion sitting on the sidelines. So they're buying large swaths of homes, they're buying large swaths of their investment property. So the market is wonderful there. The individual landlord or the smaller landowner is suffering big time.
So what can we do? How do we help them? We just had literally a shooting here in Las Vegas from a property owner. His tenants couldn't pay their rent, and his answer was to literally kill them. It's like, is it that stressful? How can we help?
It is just that stressful. There is actually an example of an owner in upstate New York. He kidnapped his tenants, took them out because he was out of money. He kidnapped them, now, mind you. So this gives you an idea of how bad it is. Government subsidies are not reaching where they need to reach to. So effectively speaking, we're going to have a situation here where the system is going to have to be cleansed. And when I say cleanse, it has not been thoroughly cleansed.
Oh, no. He's freezing in and out, and we got great topics. I'm going to tell you guys right now, if he keeps freezing in and out, don't worry about it. We're going to bring him on Expert Talk and really go deep with this, because somehow, he's in New York and he's also from the wrong high school in Chicago. So the internet's just cutting him off. No, I'm kidding. But he's right there. You got cut off again, sir.
So you don't have a situation where the zombie properties have not cleared the system since 2007. So we're looking at probably another 4 or 5 years plus before the system is cleansed with properties that should have long since been dealt with and removed from the system at discounted prices. So the mortgage lenders, the investors are going to take a haircut. And I would say the haircut is going to be 60 or 70%. So it's going to be properties not for sale, but properties on sale.
Wow. So what about, families? Because I'm from, Maple Park on the south side of Chicago, and some families have been in the same homes for generations. What about families that want to get out of those neighborhoods? Their property value is low. How do they get out? What do they do?
So now it's only going to get worse. We're looking at, potentially speaking, a property market that's probably going to be suffering for the next 10 years. And property prices are probably going to be pennies on the dollar, because we still haven't had an economic crash as far as the Wall Street area and so forth.
Mm-hmm. Oh no, he keeps freezing. This and it's such good information. I promise you guys, we're gonna bring him back and bring him on the Expert Talk, and we'll go deeper and we'll pre-record it just in case he has this problem again. I give him a hard time, but seriously, he's got great information. This guy is definitely the expert when it comes to urban investments, urban real estate, and he is still frozen. We're hoping to get him back. And, if you guys want to follow Darius, he's at dariusross.com. And, from somebody who's living in Vegas, had left the South Side 26, well, all longer than that. I left Chicago 26 years ago. I left the South Side right after high school when I joined the Navy. And I hear these stories of, the economy in my old community just getting lower and lower and lower, and the crime rates and everything that's going on. It's kind of scary. I know it's kind of scary. And I can't imagine if you want to get out, you can't get out. I think he's back. There he is. Go ahead, sir.
You have a property market that's so heavily indebted because you have everything is in a bubble right now, from commodities to stocks to currency and so forth. Everything is in debt. So unfortunately speaking, until that bubble pops, which is probably going to be sometime between the latter part of this year and 2022, and that manifestation of that bubble will last for decades.
Wow. And we're not talking about just Chicago. We're talking about throughout the country, correct?
No, we're talking global.
Global.
This is going to be a domino effect like it was with Lehman Brothers, Bear Stearns, and so forth. We're talking about global.
And how do you prepare for something like that? Is there a way? Did he freeze again? Oh my goodness, right at the critical moments, he's freezing. I hope he can come back. As I see Christy Cato out there screaming 49ers, yay. Christy, I had respect for you until right now. I think you're supposed to be coming on the show here soon. I don't think we're going to have Christy Cato on. She's a 49er fan. And now, Mr. Darius, I think he's not even going to make it back, for this episode. We're going to have to pre-record his interviews because his internet is going in and out. If you guys want to follow Darius Ross, please do. He's at dariusross.com. We'll get him back on because he has completely frozen and completely dropped off. And, she said, Christy says she's a California girl. That's no excuse. That my in-laws are from, Northern California. And we are not 49er fans. Most of us are not 49er fans. We gonna have to talk, me and you, Christy Cato. I think Mr. Ross is back for just a second. We're just about to get cut off. I'm gonna invite you, sir, to actually do a full interview, and we'll pre-record it so we can get all this information down. Because you've got amazing information that we have to be able to share. How about that?
Absolutely. I'll just say one quick point to kind of give you an idea. In that global pandemic, it's going to be a global crisis. So we're going to be experiencing part 2 of the pandemic. The only difference of it is financial.
Oh my goodness. Yes, sir. We will get you on as soon as possible. Don't hang up after we close out the show because Alan's going to cut me off in a minute. And we'll schedule Darius's full interview. I'm sorry, guys, for the internet, but we will definitely get Darius on and do a full interview, and we'll let you know when that's going to air. Thank you for watching. I apologize for the technical difficulties. I'm Tigo, and I'll talk to you next time.